For though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of this world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Kissing on my neck, I took off the noose. The foundation's been laid, but the arcade is in the roof. The game is being spit and it ain't too hard to swallow. Just scatterbrain the sheep and the weak, they start to follow. Molotov, Obama talk about changing through the system. When I seen what it takes to make it in this business, they're like, give you the whole world if you play your position. See, folks love to be original, but hate to be different. That ain't our calling. Phones tap to let the fear in, so our insecurities can have a cameo appearance with our clearance. But we won't be a deer in headlights fed white just to get our head right. Viacom is taking our dialogue instead of God telling folks to live for the American artist, seducing, losing the truth. So our brain is a slow jam. Ever wonder why they even call it a program? Battlefield of the mind, they try to take mine, but they can't get it unless I give it, and I refuse to be blind. Battlefield of the mind, but I got my weapon cause of what I'm repping by the way that I'm stepping. Battlefield of the mind, they try to take mine, but they can't get it unless I give it, and I refuse to be blind. Battlefield of the mind, but I got my weapon cause of what I'm repping by the way that I'm stepping. So who winning the war depends on how I spend my time, my dime, my lines, and what I'm trying to get. Take my focus off what's been broken, chosen to aim at the heart since this weapon has been reloaded. Even hip-hop has been corroded, idolizing digits out to harden our hearts, just to soft sell the image, line of scrimmage with these soldiers. Since the king rose up, more than conquerors, cast your care on the shoulders, cause they big enough, they can try to get rid of us, but the epilogue has already been written up. The living word lifted up, conditions are critical, don't have to play it backwards to get the subliminals. The pyramid with the eye, put the fear in the blind, but the truth has appeared to the wise. With the rock in our hands, are we crossing over, going through the lane that he opened? I'm eloping. Battlefield of the mind, they try to take mine, but they can't get it unless I give it, and I refuse to be blind. Battlefield of the mind, but I got my weapon cause of what I'm repping by the way that I'm stepping. Battlefield of the mind, they try to take mine, but they can't get it unless I give it, and I refuse to be blind. Battlefield of the mind, but I got my weapon cause of what I'm repping by the way that I'm stepping. The mark of the beast on the head and hand is living in the world. It ain't the chip in the plans. The head is the mind and the hand is the works. And if you think it's something different, then you just playing church. I'm trying to be the church because I've seen the hurt, and too often I just walk by and thinking of me first. John 6:66, put it in the context, the right side of God, then the chip in my palm left. They can test our faith or try to separate, give us labels so we'll operate on fear and hate. So choose your fate, renovate or yellow tape. If I'm laying half dead, I know I won't be praying to the bank. My people taking what's been given and never forgetting that our spinach has been there since the beginning. No impossible missions when he making decisions, living like Christ instead of other Christians. Battlefield of the mind, they try to take mine, but they can't get it unless I give it, and I refuse to be blind. Battlefield of the mind, but I got my weapon cause of what I'm repping by the way that I'm stepping. Battlefield of the mind, battlefield of the mind. John Todd and Joyce Meyer wasn't lying. Battlefield of the mind. Keep your armor on. Ephesians 6. Don't be afraid to use that sword. Keep in God's rest. Let the peace of God rule your hearts. Anything not God's way will lead to disappointment. That's real talk, I know from experience. Trusting God in all things. In all things.